Čau visiem, es trenēšos Mace PvP priekš... Vienkārši priekš PvP gribu patrenēties. Jā, es tagad mēģināšu. Kad tuvosies video beigām, es iespanošu ļoti daudz mobus. Tikai ar Mace viņus nomākšu. Pagaidām ātri visas lietas iedošu. Ok, šitā kaut kā tā. Ok, apsīsimies video un jā.
By far the strongest melee weapon in Minecraft, capable of doing an infinite amount of damage with just one single hit. And as an experienced high tier 3, I'll show you everything that you need to know to achieve mastery in this game mode. Starting with the difference between breach and density. Now what breach does is essentially remove 60% of the armor protection, and density allows you to deal more damage per block fallen. And you should use density for any hit above 7 blocks, and use breach for any hit below 7 blocks. You should also be doing something called attribute swapping when you hit, and it's basically swapping from items like sword or axe to the mace while hitting, which combines the damage and the cooldown of the first weapon with the smash attack and enchantments of
Pamēģināšu. Man vajag sodu. Ok, es pamēģināšu. Nē, pagaid. It kā sanāca. Jā, sanāca big hit. Ok. Atkal skatīsimies.
the mace, resulting in way less cooldown and more damage. You can also do this with breach around the ground to do 3.5 hearts per hit instead of 1.5 hearts. Although keep in mind that it does deal less durability, so if you're trying to drain their armor, you should hit normally. And when hitting with Elytra, swap from Elytra to Mace to do a critical hit. Now getting high, you should always jump when using wind charge, which gives a massive high advantage over not jumping. And with an Elytra, you can do what's called an aiding wind charge. To perform it, glad with
Ok, es to pamēģināšu, bet survival mode. To īsāk iedošu šis lietas. Nesanāca. Oi, es tad tikko pazaudēju visas lietas, ātri viss iedošu. Un tad atkal skatīsimies. Un tad atkal ka būs pret mobiem tikai ar meisu. Ok.
With Elytra, look down, wind charge, and look up. Doing this, you'll get an insane amount of height. And with Elytra boosting, where you aim down, wind charge, and aim up, you can go even higher. And with another technique called B-hopping, you can maintain your height without using any wind charges by Elytra boosting, but with no wind charge. And now I'll go over the shield countering techniques. And the first technique is called a sun slam, where you disable their shield with the axe first and then hit with the mace. Now a better way to do this, which is discovered by Marlo, the best player, is to attribute swap from another item to the axe to shield disable, while making sure your axe is on the right side of the hotbar than your mace. Now how this works is really complicated and I won't be explaining this in this video, but I will link Marlo's video, where she explains exactly how this works in the description. Stun slams can also be performed whether you're on Elytra or if they're on Elytra as a tiny hitbox. Now the next technique is backstabbing, where you go behind them to hit them to prevent their shield from activating.
Ok, es mobu šito, patrenēšos. gyorsasága. Oké. Oj. Örre. Miért Star Trek zombie? Please. Okay. So look show. Right. Okay. Ir pikīt sanāca man. Tāds šitā. Okay. Apsnēs atkal video.
Now the last technique is shield draining, where you continuously hit their shield until their shield breaks. Now onto the proling techniques. A far pearl or grapple is why you pearl your opponent's hitbox in midair. And you could also be on the ground when you do this, or if they are on Elytra. A pearl catch is when you throw a pearl and throw a wind charge right after so that the pearl hits the wind charge. And you can also do this diagonally or horizontally. But you have to keep in mind that pearls keep your velocity. So if you are falling before your pearl lands, you'll go really fast. And another technique is dive bombing, where you dive at your opponent from a really high place. And to dodge a dive bomb, you should go out of reach by either pearling or wind charging. And now I'll be explaining aerial draining. You should try saving as many resources as possible while getting a lot of height using Elytra boosting and B-hopping to pressure your opponent to use even more
Okay, es pamēģināšu ar Elytru to. Nē, man pat nevajadzēs roket. Okay, es uzvilku. Ko? Ir pikīt sanāca. Okay.
resources. And if they camp ground, repeat doing dive bombs and eventually they'll make a mistake. And a lot of the times in Drain, your Elytra will be super low on durability or even break. But by quickly swapping between your Elytra and your chest plate like this, you can do something that's called Elytra conservation, which saves your Elytra durability and can make you fly infinitely. And for offhanding, you should always offhand totem unless you're playing ground or if both of them pop, then you should use a shield. And another tip is to use hitboxes. By pressing F3 and B, players will get this hitbox around them, which is extremely useful when they're on Elytra. And for texture packs, I have my own pack that includes things like low shield and small totem pop, while keeping the game as its vanilla look. If you want to get it, join my Discord in the description. And for the best way to practice, I will link the best base practice map in the description. And you can also practice by joining one of these servers shown on screen. And lastly, to tier test, join the Mace PvP community Discord in the description. That's it for this video, and if you found the guide useful, make sure to like and subscribe.
Viss beidzās. Atcindīšu vēl kaut kādu. Okay, šitā.
Karstākie sporta.
Bet es kaut kādus vēl šito video bikī patrinēšu un tad būs pret tiem zombijiem.
Esi kopā ar
There is no doubt that the mace is Minecraft's strongest weapon. So here's everything you need to know to use it in PvP. For this guide, just keep in mind that the two main enchantments for maces are Density and Breach. Density allows you to do more damage as you fall, and Breach allows you to go through armor. The first thing we'll go over is mace swapping. This is a strategy that combines your sword or axe with the mace, by applying the mace's enchantments to the main weapon.
Video jau rādīja to.
By using this with Density, you get the damage of a Sharpness 5 sword, combined with the mace's insane damage output. You can achieve this by switching from a main weapon to a mace last second, right before hitting someone. Next, we have Breach swapping, a very popular strategy in PvP. This utilizes mace swapping, but with a Breach mace. The main difference between this and mace swapping is that you don't need to fall from any heights to do this. But what if you're trying to mace someone and they use a shield to stop it? Well, there are two ways to combat this, and the first is backstabbing. Backstabbing just means to go behind the person to avoid their shield. But
Okay, es pamēģināšu to backstabbing. Okay, šeit būs. Nē. Es novācu zombijas. Nē, labi. Tas nesanāk tik labi.
But the other strategy, stun slamming, is way more consistent, albeit more difficult. This is a strategy where you hit someone with an axe, disabling their shield, and then quickly switch to your mace to get a mace hit, allowing you to effectively hit through someone's shield. A strategy commonly used in PvP is wind charge pearling, where you throw an ender pearl up, quickly followed by wind charge, and then elytra down to mace someone. There are a few other variations of this, but this is a good way to get good distance and one-shot someone. The last strategy I'll go over is firework macing, or using the elytra. This is insanely hard to learn, so it'll take a lot of practice, but once you get it down, it's insanely broken. To do this, you need to equip your elytra, firework up, put on your chestplate to pause your momentum, and then put on your elytra again to regain your momentum, and then take off your elytra just before macing them. This strategy is best used with flight duration 3 fireworks, because a firework will still be on you even after you take your elytra off. My recommendation for fighting is to swap between a breach mace and a density mace. A density mace is used for regular macing from high distances, while a breach mace is used for close quarters, whether it be breach swapping on the ground, or using a breach mace when you haven't fallen too far. Using 2 maces and knowing when to use them is the best way to use the mace. And the final tip I have is to combine everything in this video in each fight. There is no doubt.
Labi. Labi, es gierapošos. Un tad būs. Es ātri iedošu komandu bloku. Un būs bez šilda. Tas ir vēl grūtāk. Labi. Okay, zombie. Es nezinu, ka šeit. Atkārtot. Okay, pagaidzi apsīšos vairs. Pagaidzi apsīšos YouTube.
Did you know? In Minecraft, you can summon a giant zombie by using the command /summon giant.
Okay. Okay, bet kā to var startot?
Prank your friends with this massive.
Tas ir tikai viens. Labi, tā. Ir. Okay. Okay, okay, tā viņi tur vēl pikīt ir, un es tikai pārmainīšu survival. Bez armor, tikai ir elaitra. Paga! Tur mans elaitra? Nē, ārā. Paga! Man jābeidz tas ir. Nu, mēģināšu. Okay. Okay. Nē, ja šite nomiršu. Okay, es officially breakoju spēli. Bija sliktītīgi. Okay, šeit. Kaut kur šeit ir. Jā, tur. Ir tikai. Bro. Man pat spēle labo. Labi, es uzlikšu armoru, bet bez enchantiem. Okay. Šis ir otrais chance. Ja būs 3 chance, es nedabūšu, tad jā. Par ko man vēl vajadzēja? Fireworks. Pagad. Time. Set. Night. Okay. Bro, man tas mazais zombaks. Oh, hell no! Nē, man šeit negāja. Tu man lido! bet man liekas, kas pat daudz iespaunoja. Ok, kas notiks? Bro! Ok, man vajadzēs viss no jauna. Okay. Vēl nebeidzās. Reku ir. Ok, es par šitiem visiem zombijiem. Ai, vienalga, es tikai ar Meisu. Ok. Labi, es šitos vēl paņemšu. Vienalga arī. Un viņi... Un es enchantošu man fire aspektu. Ok. Ok, maziņais atnāca. Oh, hell no! Es aiziešu uz village, jo man vajag gēzes dabūt. Oh, never mind. Ok, atkal. Tur vēl bikiņi ir palikušas, varbūt pasvinnēšu viņas droši vien. Ja man vajag vienkārši ēdienu tagad. Tā, lai es varētu vairāk halpē dabūt. Ok. maize. Tas arī noderās. Ir. Ok. Es eju apkārt pie zombijiem. Es uzreiz ar Meisu. Nos ar zobenu. Jo jāgaida, kamēr viņi tiks tā kā tur grupiņā. Nē. Un pēdējais viss. Bet tas nebija pēdējais. Un es vinnēju. Labi. Ir vinnēju. Vinnēju, bro. Ceru, ka jums patika video un es beigšu.